Week 9, teams still looking fine, playing for league dominance.
That was pretty good. Strong matchups across the county tonight.
Brandon, it's always good. We'll take you through all the action. 23 FNL starts right now.
You're watching Friday Night Live, brought to you by Kern Schools Federal Credit Union. Together, we have something special.
Some good homecoming vibes there from BCHS.
A spooky homecoming. They look
Yeah,
good
I know.
out there.
That's fitting for October, right?
Absolutely. Good time out there.
Well, welcome into Friday Night Live. I'm Kero, as always, with Brandon Johansson. Unblemished league records were up for grabs tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Teams finding their identity in Week 9 of the South Yosemite League would be Ridgeview and BCHS.
Both teams coming off blowout wins in Week 8, but who would come out on top tonight? Our game of the week goes to Ridgeview at BCHS. The Eagles have been on a slow climb and have settled into league play. The Wolfpack settling in on starting quarterback Justin Henzo. Not a good start for Ridgeview, though. Henzo is hit in his own end zone by Ben Urasek. Forced fumble, recovered, but Ridgeview unable to get out of the end zone. It's a safety. BCHS's Jacob Moran has the ball in his hands, but throws it up, and Taj Wright comes down with a close call with the ground, but an interception it is. The defense remains a storyline in the first half. The sack there, but a low scoring half, but homecoming, something to celebrate as always. BCHS, though, opens up the second half strong. A big reception turns into a Dante Harris touchdown. Eagles convert on a 2-point conversion, 10-0 Eagles. Ridgeview's Sean Allen trying to open up the rushing game, gets a good gain here. But then Elijah Alexander-Williams fights for 6 in this play, but he'll be called down short of the touchdown later. Turnover on downs, ball back in BCHS's hands, and the Eagles hang on for the 16-10 win. I thought, Brandon, it'd be a big points game in our game of the week, but I was wrong. Defense stepped up all the way. From one Southwest Yosemite League to another, Independence is undefeated in league play, while the Vikings are searching for their first league win.
Yeah, that they are. They've been plagued by injuries. So the question tonight was, could they find the right mix to take out the Falcons? First quarter West, they would come out of the tunnel and come out hot, and they'd be the first to score here. We're going to go close to the goal line. Quarterback Ray Espinoza hands it off to Caden Dearmore.
Get in
Dearmore, yeah, he pummels his way through there. Manages to get over the goal line to make it 7-0 West. The band likes what they see. We'll head to later in the first quarter. The Falcons able to answer back here. Quarterback Sergio Borelli drops back and finds Malik Duluth with that long pass into the end zone. Nice little pose there. Ties the game at 7-7. Still in the first, West Heights quarterback Ray Espinoza pitches the ball back to Damani Jackson. Damani, he finds a hole there and takes it 58 yards into the end zone. A missed extra point, the score 15-14 Falcons, but they are able to pull out that win 35-20.
To the Southwest Yosemite League, Centennial coming off an exciting comeback win over Stockdale to get in the win column in league play. And they start us off again. Garces tonight, Kyle Connolly passes to his receiver, and this guy is going all the way. Number 23, we see you. Hawks lead it 16-14 on this play. Later in the fourth, though, Centennial ball, it's picked up by Caden Uribe.
Ooh, nice grab.
In for the touchdown he goes. It's 24-16, and Garces would go on to win this one 31-23.
Keeping it in the Southwest, Liberty and Stockdale. There's the black hole of Stockdale. They're in pink this time, showing out as always. Yeah. Pick up in the second. Liberty's Hector Gonzalez. They're up 7. Watch this. Spins out of trouble and finds Sammy Stewart Jr. Watch this again in slow motion. Ooh. The concentration by Stewart makes an unbelievable catch. That makes it 14-0. Brett Shelton, cannot believe it. That Liberty, I know, Blake Shelton, whatever. The Liberty defense has only allowed 93 points all season because of plays like that. Kendall Martin wrapped up Evan Burkhart. Then the second, Sammy Stewart is back at it again, jukes his way through the line, takes it all the way to make it 21-0 Patriots. Stewart would get hurt in the second half, but his replacement would do the job. Anthony Villanueva with the score here. Liberty keeps up their winning ways, 31-7.
And to round out the Southwest Yosemite League, Frontier taking on Bakersfield High, a team that's rolling through league play. First quarter, Bakersfield High at the 15-yard line, and quarterback Cameron Williams connects with Isaac Jernigan, who will take it all the way, getting through some defense to do it. Driller's touchdown it is. And later in the first, Frontier's Dustin Montanillo goes back, but then Bakersfield, Jacob Zemet slips by the line for the clean takedown there. Second quarter, we got a little delay there. Little sprinklers. We don't know. Bad timing there, but back to football we go. The handoff to Isaac Speedy Jernigan gives the Drillers another score. Bakersfield takes the final in this one, 35-7. And Bakersfield High, they hold a lot of history in town, especially with their Drillers mascot paying homage to Kern County.
Absolutely. This week, Fandemonium is at the oldest high school in our area. That's where we find Allison Gargaro.
This week's edition of Fandemonium takes us to BHS, where it is all about the mascots. So we have Danny Driller, Dottie Driller, and Driller Man. Are you excited for the game tonight? I love it. But Danny is going to show us a cool trick with the flag.
We got to get you a flag now.
Absolutely. I'll just wave it here. That Mr. Driller, he's a man of few words.
Yeah, and don't mess with those Drillers. Absolutely. And don't miss out on the action to come up in the South Sequoia League. Kennedy still reigns supreme with a perfect record. Did that stay the same this week? And the Stars and Blades are battling for those league standings. That's coming up. Gotta love those pink pom-poms. Now in the Live Center, we have a story we'd like to feature from BCHS. Nathan Smith, a junior for the Eagles, is teaching us all how to overcome adversity and is serving as an inspiration for his team, even if it's from the sidelines for the rest of the season. He suffered a spinal injury on a play in September during a game against Oaks Christian. Going in for a tackle gone wrong, Smith returned to school this week for the first time since the injury and was also voted homecoming prince for the junior class by his peers. He credits his school and his team and his faith with helping him through the injury.
Getting hurt really opened my eyes to how many people I really have to connect with, and like if I need something, they're there for me. And it's crazy because after I got hurt, a ton of people showed up at the hospital and at my house, like people I didn't even know around the BCHS community, my church community. They just showed up at my house and they were there to help. It meant a lot to me.
Great spirits there from him. He'll have the brace on for 3 months, and he says he hopes to be ready for basketball season. Now back to the football. The Southeast Yosemite League has 2 teams looking to stay atop the division. North Stars taking on the East Blades. Michael Doughton decides to run the ball in this first play here. Side swiped by a guy. Whew, that was a tough play there. Richard Lara, though, big play. Let's let that one ride out a little bit. That was exciting. And then we got the East ball. Richard Lara keeps the ball. Blades would get up 7-0 on this scoring play right here. And Lara did it once. Why not let him do it again? But this time he is going to get the ball in the air for another score. East would go on to beat North 21-16.
Well, in the meantime, South and Miramonte in need of a win to keep pace with the Blades and the Stars. So who would come away with a huge victory, the Rebels or the Lions? Bryson Aguirre, he's going to get things started. Well, actually, we'll start with homecoming at South, and then we're going to get to Bryson Aguirre, who's going to hand off to Joe Jones here, and watch Jones move. He shuffles that defender off, and then he's going to take this all the way down the field. They're not going to be able to catch him. That's the first score of the game. South goes up early. Later, Aguirre, he's going to hand it off again, but this time he's going to hand it off to Ryan Harlan. Harlan cuts through the center there and makes it 14-0. South, an impressive year offensively so far. Now about the defense, though. Miramonte quarterback fumbles the ball. Ryan Harlan picks it up and takes it in for a touchdown. Hard to see, but he's number 5 there at the end and hustles it in there for the score. Touchdown. Then Aguirre is going to find Demetrius Acevedo for another score here. Acevedo takes it in. South beats Miramonte 53-0. Meanwhile, undefeated Shafter and Kennedy have a must-see matchup next week. But first, McFarland looking to slow the Thunderbirds after a bye week. Kennedy's Yonkani Sandoval weaving and bobbing through the Cougar defense for the touchdown. The Thunderbirds up 7-0. Later in the game, in the second quarter, Kennedy up by 28 already. David Estrada, he's going to pass it off to Jonathan Carrillo, and Carrillo cuts around for the touchdown. Makes it 35-0 Thunderbirds in the third quarter. McFarland, we'll get there in a second. Let the Thunderbirds celebrate. They're undefeated after all.
That's worth it.
McFarland kicks it off here, and Kennedy's Luis Andres Perez. He's going to take this all the way. We got to speed it up because we have other things to get to, but he takes it all the way down for the touchdown. Thunderbirds, they just keep rolling. 70-0 over McFarland, and like we mentioned, that matchup next week, must-see TV.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be a great game. Kennedy Thunderbirds against Shafter. I don't know. I don't want to make any predictions.
I'm not.
I just think
Absolutely
that we're going to see a big game, and I think we might have to pick it early. Game of the week. Maybe?
Yeah, I think we're going to go with that. It's gonna be a
Okay.
good one.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves in next week because we still have the best of the best coming up for Week 9.
Talking about the top plays of the night.
Top 3 and 23 will be right back.
We're the Black Hole, and you're watching 23 FML.
They're just nuts.
I don't know
every
if
time.
I'm excited or scared.
That's cool.
Well, before we get to those top plays, we're going to look at some other games across the league. South Yosemite matchup between the Warriors and the Bulldogs. The Warriors sneak away with the 1-point win there. And then to Highland and Foothill. Highland is able to blow by the Trojans 41-7.
Meanwhile, look at our South Sequoia teams. Wasco Tigers pulling out a big 26-24 win over Arvin. And Chavez shuts down Taft, winning 19-0.
Now it's time for the top 3 on 23, and maybe our favorite time of the night.
Absolutely, no question, favorite time of the night. We get to see all the best plays. Let's do it.
And get to see what we shot the best, right?
Well, not every time, but yeah.
Well, let's take a look at those plays. We're going to start here with number 3, Thunderbirds. Luis Andres Perez slips through a tackle from a kickoff return, makes it all the way for a touchdown. Kennedy is looking good, and so is Luis.
Undefeated heading into the play chapter. Looking forward to that. Number 2. Bryson Aguirre, he's going to hand it off to Joe Jones. Jones slips through the line and then watch this, whoop, makes the guy miss, and he's gone from there. They can try to catch him, but they're not going to. South's offense, just really impressive this year. He's a big reason why they win big in this one.
And to the top play of the night, Hector Gonzalez is the guy. He spins out of trouble and finds Sammy Stewart Jr. So both these guys make a big play. Stewart keeps his concentration, makes the catch as Liberty beats Stockdale.
Again.
That's one of the best plays I think I've seen all year.
It's just really good concentration. He's always fun to watch. He's a human highlight reel, but usually as a running back. Yeah. This time it was a receiver hauling that in, and he's
doing it all. Hey, Sammy Stewart Jr., if you want to teach us your ways on the football field.
It's a little late for me. I don't know about you. It's gone.
Brandon, it's
but you're good.
Never
Keep
too late. We got to get you out to practice.
Oh, God, no.
All right, everyone. That'll do it for us on Friday Night Live. We will see you next week.